I've decided I don't have enough friends. Or rather, I don't have enough allies. And I mean official allies, you know, people that aren't rogues. So in this episode, I'd like to change that. We're going to make some allies. Now, welcome back to Doomsday SMP episode 9. Now, before we get started, there's actually something I need to show you. So I mentioned last episode that something new and crazy is coming on the server. So I've prepared a little bit of a short teaser film for you guys to watch that introduces this brand new feature called Elimination. Introducing Elimination. Doomsday is coming, and those that aren't ready won't be alive to see it. We are introducing Elimination to Doomsday SMP. While the death counter remains the same, and the person with the most deaths at the end of each week will still become rogue, there is now a rogue kill counter too. If a rogue kills one of their own, they will be cured. However, the victim will be permanently removed from the series. Their game mode will be set to spectator, and for them, it will all be over. Rogues are now living on the edge, just seconds away from a life or death situation. Friends will become enemies at the blink of an eye. Who will survive, and who will go on to be the last person standing and win Doomsday SMP? Let's find out. So yeah, that's Elimination, and it's absolutely crazy, so we really need to be careful now. However, barely hours after we fully implemented this feature, Corin actually got right on board and eliminated Dragonfruit. So unfortunately Dragonfruit is no longer with us, but he really enjoyed his time on the SMP, told me so in DMs and stuff, and yeah, it was really nice, and he's not too angry or anything. But that means Corin is actually no longer a rogue, which means we can ally with him properly. And because I'm already allied with Piplup, we figured we'd do sort of like a triple one. All three of us, saying as we're friends anyway, should make sort of an ally thing together. Now, you can also see over here at this farm, it looks a little bit different. And I've got an automatic sugarcane farm. So I've basically created this. It is a very basic, very simple automatic sugarcane farm. And then there's also a lever here, which I've connected to some redstone, that basically floods this entire thing so we can harvest all of our crops automatically. Now this is basically all just automation, right? So all the crops go down here into this little hopper here, and then all of the stuff from the sugarcane farm also travels down that water stream into this hopper. And all in all, if I go under here, as you can see, it all funnels from this hopper into this chest. So I'm getting loads of potatoes, loads of carrots, and loads of sugarcane. Although it is kind of important that I actually remember to replant all of this. Eventually, I'd like it all to funnel into one location, maybe somewhere over there, where my villager trading hall will be at some point. But that's for a future episode, and we need to get on with this one first. So, let's go and make some friends. Right, do you want to do this then?
Yeah.
I need to get into the recording voice mode.
Alright, I need to get into it as well. Hello, DT! Didn't see you there!
Do you want to be friends?
Nah, not really.
Oh. Right, so I want to propose an alliance, right, between you and me and Piplup. So I want to build a base, right? Well, first of all, do you say yes to the alliance?
Yes.
Yay, I have friends.
Wait.
We're friends now. Come with me, come with me. So,
Right.
I believe we should build a base, right? And I designed something cool. And it requires many materials. So we're gonna go resource gathering. Yeah, really fun.
Right, we'll go resource gathering.
Okay.
Is this the bit with the cool time lapses?
It is the bit with the cool time lapse, yeah.
Where we just deforest.
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
Although it requires no wood. I figured I've done my bit. I mean, this base took a lot of deforestation, considering it's built on trees. So I figured we should probably make something not built of wood. So instead, we need concrete, which is really painful to gather, actually. Anyway, let's go. Right, so post-recording DT here. I've actually already managed to build this entire structure, but I must have forgotten to record this clip. So I'd just like to say, gathering those resources took absolutely ages. So here's a screenshot of all the stuff I managed to gather for this, and I'm actually really happy with how much I managed to prepare for this project. I never do that. Normally I just wing it, and if I've not got enough blocks, I just go and gather more. So anyway, where would I like to build this thing? Or where have I built this thing? Well, that's just Piplup space over there, and I found this really, really nice sort of flat area over here, and I figured I would build it here. Spawn is just over there, so it's like 2 firework rockets away from spawn, and yeah, it's just a really nice open flat area that no one's really built anything at yet, so I figured I'd do it right here. So when building this, I also used a mod that I am very unfamiliar with called Life or Schematica. And it turned out okay, but the thing is, what I could see on my screen was very different to what the end result actually ended up being. So I'm going to have to do a bit of explaining, but I can't do any of that explaining unless we actually start building. So let's do that. Okay, we're back, and yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a little bit weird. I mean, I wasn't too sure on the design when I built it, but I think it will actually turn out really, really well. So, because this time-lapse was actually done on a stream, and I had to end the stream, I haven't actually had a chance to finish that roof, so we'll do that in just a second. However, you remember a second ago, I mentioned about Lightmatica just before the time-lapse. So, this is what it is. Basically, you can use a stick, and you can actually view your sort of things that you save. So I designed this in a creative test world, right? And then I copied and pasted it over, but it's sort of like a hologram, so I didn't actually copy the blocks. I copied a hologram sort of an outline thing. Now, if I can get this to work, I believe if you go to here and I load this schematic like that, yeah, look, as you can see, you get a massive hologram of the build. So this is what it's actually going to turn out looking like. If I sort of fly up a little bit, you can see it's very different to the structure we've currently got. And I think it looks pretty cool, if I'm honest. So we've got Corin's Rogue Tower. So the idea of this basically is it's a triangle, because there's Corin, me, and Piplup. Our whole thing is sort of a triangle. So the main building is a triangle with some cool gradients that I really struggled to build. Then you've got an outpost sort of thing for each of the 3 members. So that's mine, themed around my jungle base. This is Corin's, themed around him being rogue because of how long he was rogue for. Then you've got a very complicated roof, which we'll build in a second. And then, admittedly, I didn't really do Piplup's tower. So this is actually what I used to build this thing. You see, you can move this, right? So I can move it over here, I can move it over here, and I had it perfectly aligned with this so that I could just place all the blocks perfectly. And it really, really did genuinely help. Now, as you can see, I got lazy on this, and I didn't actually do the gradients. So the gradients on the other sides of this are a bit worse, if we're honest, than the ones on the front. But, you know, they work. It's okay. I'm not too fussed about them actually looking that good. I mean, let's be honest. No one apart from me is going to be particularly inspecting the sides of this build. But, yeah, ultimately, I do like how it turned out. And I think it will look even better once we add a roof and once we add the towers. Anyway, speaking of the roof, I've got some deep slate bricks and slabs and stairs and stuff. So we may as well build this thing. However, it's important to note as well, these walls, I don't know how to feel about them. They're a bit weird. I mean, I might end up replacing sort of this top layer of quartz with deep slate just to bring it into the gradient a little bit and make the roof not seem so weird, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I guess we should probably just start building this, and I may as well use Lightmatica, right? Guys, I swear I'm not sponsored by this mod. Yeah, this is sort of the idea of the mod. I'm quite bad at this, so I often end up misplacing them like that, for example. But you sort of place the blocks and it just tells you exactly where they can be placed, and it is actually quite helpful once you get the hang of it. Anyway, that's the first row of slabs done. Yeah, that took far longer than it should have. That's the second row done, the third, the fourth, and the fifth, the 6th, 7th, and finally the 8th. And there we go. Oh, instantly, just with the addition of roof, that is looking so much better. Hang on. Sorry, I just placed that over there for the time being. But I've just realised this looks like a face, doesn't it? You've got an eye, you've got another eye, and you've got like a screaming mouth. You can even see like a tongue as the button. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, and the walls look like sort of hair strands. I can't get that out of my head now. That's stupid. Anyway, I am pretty much done with building for today. We obviously all need to do our own sort of tower things on each side. People have been designing for that. I mean, I designed Corin's. Piplup has some good ideas and stuff with banners, I think. But I'm completely done with building for today. I think we'll do mine another time. So the next thing I want to do is actually some gifts. And, you know, we've got this alliance, but we haven't actually been able to meet up yet. And that's just because of timings and stuff. It hasn't really worked, and we probably won't be able to in this particular episode. But at some point we will. So for when we do, I want to have some gifts prepared, both for Corin and for Piplup. And thankfully, they're currently sharing a base, and that is Piplup's base. So I can sort of drop them off in the same general area. So I know that Piplup has actually wanted nether wart for a while. And I mean, we have a lot of it, but he only said he wanted one. So, I mean, that's Piplup's gift sorted, right? No. We've got to do a bit more than that. So I believe if I grab myself some emeralds, I think it's this guy. Yeah, he sells cake. So we'll get a cake for each of them. However, there's one slightly bigger thing I want to get each of them. So if we head over to my iron farm, then you will see that we have a lot of iron. So this is all because Piplup actually said that it would be okay if we force loaded the chunks. And what that basically means is no matter what, whether there's someone on the server or not, or whether there's someone in the general area or not, these chunks will always be active. And so we'll always be producing iron, which means we have got a lot of the stuff. So at some point we're going to make a proper storage system, but I've basically been condensing it all into blocks. Now at some point me and Jack, who created this farm, are actually going to be making a shop for all of this iron. But I figured before that, we may as well put it to use in the form of beacons. So I'm going to grab a couple of these blocks. It feels crazy just carrying around 4 stacks of blocks of iron. But if we head back over to my industrial district, the first thing I'd like to do is actually replace some of the blocks in this beacon. So if you remember, we made most of this out of gold. However, gold now to me is much more valuable than iron. I mean, I always find myself at a loss of gold. So what we're going to do is break a load of this beacon and basically just put iron blocks there instead. And I completely forgot there were 5 emerald blocks here as well. That's going to be super helpful for my villager trading. Anyway, if we patch all of this up with iron blocks, there we go. We even got the Beaconator achievement. I don't know why I didn't get that last time we did it, but we've now once again got a full beacon, and it's basically for half the price. I mean, we've got our H2 back and everything, and yeah, that's absolutely perfect. And these gold blocks can finally be put back in my good stuff shulker box. Now, coincidentally, this is actually the perfect amount of blocks that you need for another full beacon. However, I was initially planning on putting this at my base, but I think it would be nicer to give it as a little gift. Yeah, that's right, I'm gonna give a full powered beacon to both of them. However, to get beacons, you first need to kill the wither. So I am over here at a nether fortress that I have, and basically what I've done over here is spawn-proof the entire thing along with Chenster. We did this ages ago, or spawn-proofed it for the most part. And basically, there's in this massive spawning platform, and loads of wither skeletons spawn for us to kill using looting. So it's pretty quick. Now, if you remember earlier in the series, I actually battled the wither twice underground, right? And I'm not planning on doing that again. You see, that was a good fun challenge, that was cool, but I'm not going to put myself through that again. Oh, and that's our first wither skull. Wow, that was very quick. That's like the 5th wither skeleton I killed. Anyway, instead what we're going to be doing is what we did way back in Dalek Mod Survival, where you trap it under the bedrock underneath the end portal. It's a really quick and very efficient method, and it just gets the job done, which is exactly what we need. So I'm going to sit here for a while, and I actually need 24 wither skeleton skulls in total. So basically, I'm planning on having 4 beacons at my main jungle base, each with a different effect. And basically, I already have 1, so I need 3 more for there. Then I'm going to have 3 on the HQ base as well, coming out of each of our towers. I think that would look pretty cool. And then 2 each, then 1 each, sorry. So 2 in total for Piplup and Corin. So I'm going to try and get as many as I can, although I doubt I'm going to actually be able to get 24. What? I just got 2 skulls consecutively. That's actually insane. Hang on. That was genuinely the second wither skeleton I killed after killing the other one. That's insane. Okay, maybe we will be able to get the full 24. That is wither skull number 3.
One eternity later.
Oh, finally. That one genuinely took. I think I've been here for at least half an hour. But that is 4 skulls. In fact, probably 45 minutes to us. That one took absolutely ages. But we've got 4. I've decided I'm probably only going to go for maybe like 6 wither skulls. Oh, I'm getting a bit low. But as I was trying to say, I think I'm only going to go for 6 wither skeleton skulls. For the pure reason that I don't think I'm going to have the time in this episode to kill all of the withers that I need to, or collect all of the wither skeleton skulls. Oh, and barely a minute later, that is my 5th one. Honestly, that's just how this stuff goes. I got none for like half an hour, 40 minutes, and then I just got 2 within the space of 5 seconds. Oh, and there we go. That is our 6th and final wither skull. Right, we can finally get out of here. That took way, way longer than I was expecting. Although, first, we do actually need to grab the soul sand. Okay, 8 soul sand, enough for 2 withers, and now we can get out of here. Right, now, for the final bit of this episode, we actually need to kill these withers and get the beacons. So, for that, we're going to be heading to the end. And if we just go directly to the middle portal here and dig underneath it, then once we've cleared out a bit of a space, all we'll need to do is spawn the wither under here, and it will be completely trapped and unable to move and unable to actually shoot us as well. So it should be a very, very, very easy kill. Right, now I believe you need the tail bit, which is this bit, to be under the bedrock, because that's where it actually spawns. So basically what we're trying to do here is trap the wither under these 3 bits of bedrock. But if we spawn that, I believe, yeah, that looks like it's in the right place. Okay, let's just run away, turn our sound down, because I remember last time I did this, it was horribly loud. And there we go. Okay, it's suffocating. And now we just run in and kill it, basically. Very, very easy. And there we go. Hardest boss in Minecraft defeated in the blink of an eye. Right, we'll pick up that nether star and then just do it all over again. So I believe it's like this, and then another 3 like that, and run away and do it again. And wither number 2 has also been defeated. Alright, that's literally it. We can head home now. Oh yeah, and while I was killing all of those wither skeletons, I also managed to get 57 blaze rods, which you can put in there, and a load of ghast tears, so I'm sure they'll come in handy at some point. Oh yeah, and a load of coal, but I wasn't really looking for that. Right, now back over here at my industrial district, I've just picked up the glass, and we can now officially craft our 2 beacons. So we can go like that, and we've got them. Right, now all we need is the iron. Wait, what have I done with the iron? Okay, it's in here, perfect. I thought I'd put it in my rocket chest. So if we grab that, then if we grab a shulker box from here, then we can put all our goodies in it. So if we name this box to Piplup, actually, I want to name it to Piplup, and I know that's going to be weird, but only he will understand that reference, and maybe some of you will. I don't really know. But anyway, I'm going to put all of this stuff in here. He can have a beacon like that, and he can have his nether ore, and that's Piplup's done. Then I'll grab a sign as well, and I'll put the cake next to it. Then if we do the same for Corin, actually I can't do the same for Corin because I haven't got the iron yet. I need to go grab that from the farm. And here we are, and it's produced even more while I've been recording this episode. But if we grab, I think it's roughly like 2.5 stacks. Yeah, I think it's 32 stacks and 36 blocks. Although I will actually grab a bit more for myself. Hang on. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Alright, so here we go. I've got Piplup's one. It's got the Sacred War and a beacon and enough for all of that. And we'll give him a cake as well. Then I've also got Corin's, which is his stuff. And I'll take this iron. And just for now, I think I'll just put it next to this beacon. I mean, my ender chest is getting pretty full up with a load of junk. But that's fine. And now I guess we take these to Piplup's base. Okay, so I think I'm just going to put them right here. So if I put one there and one there, that's got each of their things in it. Then if I put a cake on top... Oh no, they can't open the shulker boxes. Oh wait, I'm really stupid. If you know what, they can break the shulker boxes, it's fine. Then just grab a sign. There we go. Friends to Corin and Piplup. From DT. Lovely. And then they've got their shulker boxes and everything. Yeah, I think this is a job well done. I think they'll love this. And with that, I think it's time to end this episode. We have done absolutely loads today. So we have introduced elimination, a brand new feature. We've made our alliance with Corin and then linked it with our alliance with Piplup. We've made this crazy building with loads of new plans for it for the future. We have got 6 Wither Skulls and defeated the Wither twice, got 2 beacons and got all the iron blocks and stuff for it, and delivered them to Corin and Piplup. It's been a jam-packed episode and I really hope you enjoyed it. So if you did, please leave a like or comment, and if you'd like to see more content like this, then please subscribe. But I've been DT10 and I will see you in the next video.